are Nutrition Services from Second Harvest Food Bank. I'm Shalika. I'm the nutrition educator for the Eastern region.
I am Sherry. I am the nutrition educator for the Western region.
And I'm Shruti. I'm the nutrition educator for the Central region.
In this video, we're going to be showing you how to make 2 Asian appetizers, dumplings and spring rolls. We're also going to share with you ideas for substituting ingredients to make the recipes healthier, and we'll share some tips from the Asian culture that you can incorporate into your own eating habits. This is the first video in a 3-part series covering a world of flavors. The entrees and desserts will be in videos coming later, so look forward to that.
And remember, don't yuck my yum. Make sure to be open-minded when approaching these videos and look forward to different cuisines from around the world.
All right, let's get started on our tour of world flavors with appetizers from Asia.
Today we are going to be making dumplings. And with dumplings, you can fill them with whatever filling you want to. So first, we're going to go through the ingredients, but before we start, we want to wash our hands. So here I have crumbled some tofu. We have Korean glass noodles, and I already cut them up and cooked them to the package directions. We have some green onions, which we already chopped already. We have some garlic. We already minced this. And then our cabbage, so we shredded it. We added salt to release water and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And we have some carrots, which we already minced up into small pieces. And then we have soy sauce. So this is low sodium soy sauce. And then we have our dumpling wrappers. So then now we're going to get ready to assemble. So getting ready to assemble our dumplings, we have our glass noodles that we already cut up, and we're going to add it to this bowl. So we already squeezed out the water from these noodles and made sure that it is water free. And then next, we have our crumbled tofu, and we're going to add it to the bowl. So basically, dumplings is just adding everything to a bowl and mixing it together, and then we add it to a dumpling wrapper. Alright, give that a mix. And then we are going to add our cabbage. So remember to squeeze out all the water, the moistures. The water from the cabbage may make the dumpling wrappers very soggy. So we want to eliminate all that water. And then we add it to our bowl. It looks very pretty with all the colors in this bowl. Give that a mix. And then we have our soy sauce. So we're going to add that. Our green onion. Add that to the bowl. Very colorful in this bowl right here. So excited to assemble these dumplings. So then we have our minced garlic. We're going to add that to the bowl. And then lastly, our carrot. And then give everything a mix. You can smell the green onions, maybe even the cabbage, the soy sauce, very fragrant. All right, ready to assemble the dumplings. So we're going to get our dumpling wrappers, and then we're going to grab a heaping teaspoon of filling and add it to the center of our dumplings. So we want to get a little bit of everything. So a little bit of tofu, a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of noodles, carrots. And then here we have a little bowl of water. So the water acts as glue, and it will help fold the dumplings together. Pinch the middle and then fold like so. Pinch and fold, pinch and fold. And there you have it, a dumpling. All right, so going to the frying process. So we got our pan heating up right now, and I'm adding some oil. Just a little bit of oil. Any type of oil would work. And we want to like spread it around so all the pan is coated with oil. And so the frying process is actually a two-step process. So we're going to fry it and then we're going to steam it. So I'm going to add my dumplings that we made earlier. And turn up the heat a little bit. And so we want to see like a golden brown color. So once you see a golden brown color, you can go ahead and flip it to the other side so that all sides are golden brown. All right, so now we're going to go to the steaming part. So we're going to make sure that all sides are golden brown. And then we want to lower our temperature. So maybe like to low, and then we're going to add water to the pan. And this part, you have to be really quick because the water will splash. So we're going to add water, just a little bit of water, and close it. And then we're going to let it steam for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so this has been steaming for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to plate our dumplings. So we have a really pretty golden color on the bottom. Turn this off. And there we have it, our dumplings. So we're going to cut into our dumpling and see what it looks inside. Careful, it's really hot. And there we have it, our dumpling filling. And so with our dumplings, you can add any type of protein. So you can add chicken, you can add beef, you can add tofu, you can add any filling you like. You can add different types of noodles, you can add other types of vegetables. So you can add bok choy, you can add lettuce, you can even add jalapeno peppers. So it is up to your discretion on what filling you would like in your dumplings. Okay, so now we can eat our dumplings. And with our dumplings, you can dip it in any sauce. You can dip it in soy sauce. You can dip it in sriracha, which is my favorite. Any type of sauce, you can eat it. Even dip it into a peanut butter sauce, which you will see in our later video. So now we're going to switch over to making our spring rolls.
Traditional Chinese food is almost always dairy-free. So if you're lactose intolerant, this is a great option for you. Chinese food uses very little cream, butter, or cheeses, milk fats, things like that. So keep that in mind.
So let's talk about what's common in Asia. It originated in the Indian subcontinent and moved all the way throughout Asia. In parts of North India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, it uses a yogurt base. As well as in our Southeast Asia partners, they use milk-based, coconut milk base. It can even feature oil or spice-based blend as well.
Most Southeast Asian meals are served family style. So everything's presented on the table and you just are encouraged to take a little bit of what you want at a time.
Rice is also very common throughout Asia. There is long grain rice in Korea and Japan. We have basmati rice in India. You have even glutinous rice in Laos, for example. So rice is a common staple across all of Asia.
In the southern part of Asia is India. India is the spice capital of the world. It produces more than 70% of the spices used in the world and has a greater variety of spices than any other country. Black pepper is considered the king spice, dating back as early as 2000 BC. In ancient times, black pepper was highly prized, almost regarded as black gold. Although salt is found in many places around the world, black pepper is indigenous to a province in South India.
Ingredients common to many cultures in East and Southeast Asia include rice, ginger, garlic, sesame seeds, chilies, dried onions, soy, and tofu.
So now we're going to assemble our spring rolls. So first we're going to go through our ingredients, and remember to wash your hands before you begin. So first we have our then rice paper. So the water is used to soften the rice paper, so it's easy to fold. So next we have our protein. So today we have tofu and shrimp. And then next we have our thin vermicelli noodles. And then next we have our mint, which we minced up already, thin sliced. And then next we have our lettuce, which we already chopped up into smaller pieces so it's easy to fit into the rice paper. So next we have our carrots. We cut this up into matchsticks size so it's easy to fit in the rice paper. And then we are going to make a sauce with this as well. So we have peanut butter. We have a sweetener. So today we're using honey. So you can use any type of sweetener. You can use brown sugar, you can use regular sugar, you can use maple syrup even. And then next we have our sesame oil. And then lastly we have some water to add to our dipping sauce as well. So we're going to make our dipping sauce first. So we have our peanut butter and we're just going to add this to a bowl. All this dipping sauce is just adding stuff to a bowl, which is really easy. And you just mix to your liking. So now we have our honey, which we're going to add to the bowl. And then next we have our rice vinegar. Add that to the bowl. And then our sesame oil. And then some water. So now we're going to assemble our spring rolls. So I have my rice paper, and to get this more foldable, I'm going to dip it in some water. So once you get it to a texture where you're able to fold it, you can place it onto your cutting board. So I brought my friends here, and we're going to make different versions. So Shruti is going to make a vegetarian version. I'm going to make a more traditional version of a spring roll, and Sherry is actually going to add shrimp into her spring rolls. So I have my spring roll wrapper on my cutting board. So we're going to add some lettuce to the bottom, and then some matchstick carrots. Just spread it out evenly. And then I'm going to add a little bit of mint. So we got our base layer to keep it all together. And then now we're going to add a bunch of noodles. So I'm going to fold this a little bit. So we have that nice color of the lettuce. And then we're going to add our shrimp. Like so, and then fold inwards, the sides, and then go ahead and fold upwards. And there you have it, your spring roll.
All right, so I am going to make a spring roll, but I'm going to skip the noodles because I don't care for the noodles. So I'm going to take my lettuce leaf and I'm putting it at the bottom again. Then I'm going to grab the matchstick carrots and add some of those. I'm going to add a little bit more of those since I'm not doing the noodles. I'm going to load up on the veggies. That's what's nice about these appetizers we've brought to you, so we can change up what we put in there, add more vegetables, different proteins. You can make it your own. And then I'm going to put my mint right on top. And I'm going to roll as Shalika demonstrated. Oop, mine is breaking and not looking as pretty, but that's okay. It'll still taste all right. Okay, and then I'm going to add my shrimp. And fold the ends in. Keep things from falling out the ends. And then we'll roll the rest of the way. And there's my spring roll.
Alrighty, and now I'm going to make a vegetarian version of the spring rolls. And why we showed all these different versions is because you can make it your own and put whatever you like in there. And that's the best part about spring rolls. So, with our spring roll today, I'm going to be starting out pretty much the same. We'll have our little lettuce piece. I'm going to break this down a little bit further since it's pretty big. We have our lettuce piece at the bottom. Gonna get some carrots. Gonna go heavy on the carrots, similar to Sherry just a moment ago. And then add the mint on top. And let's begin rolling. So, while holding and keeping my fingers pressed at the side here so it doesn't roll all the way, I'm gonna then fold in the corners. And then before we go all the way to the end, just gonna put my piece of tofu and roll it up with that. And there we have it, the vegetarian tofu spring roll.
So now we have our finished spring rolls and also our dumplings. And with the spring roll, you can pair it with our peanut sauce that we made earlier. We can pair it with soy sauce. You can pair it with like a fish sauce, a sweet vinegar sauce, which is more traditional. And our spring roll doesn't have to be perfect. So as you can see, it comes in different sizes, different shapes. It just depends on what you add inside. And also to remember, you can add anything into your spring roll. You can make it however you like.
Thank you so much for joining us for this video. We hope you enjoyed those Asian appetizers. There is so much that we can learn from Asian cuisine and apply to our daily cuisine here. And you saw that there's a bunch of really nice protein, some fiber, all mixed in there, a lot of nutritious foods, and there's just, again, so much we can take away from this.
And thank you so much again for joining us. Please join us again soon.